Alright, welcome back to the Shark Tank. This is, I think, episode 9-ish. And today on the show we have our friend Keejchen, who I think actually has his own channel too. But I know he does, and he records some really awesome games there too. So if you get the chance, go check out his channel. I think it's just named after his username here, Keejchen. So today we're actually, interesting, this was not planned, but we're running an accidental mirror match with Warlords. I just built this guy recently because I'm trying to get better with him. It's supposed to use the barracks construction yard opening, I think, but I'm kind of debating all of that. I'm not really sure how I'm going to play this 100% yet. So I think we're going to stick with the original plan. We're going to go with the barracks construction yard. I have initiative, so I get to go first. Not that that matters. None of these are legendary. And we're going to kind of go and see where this takes us. The plan is to be able to get out some guys and shoot some stuff and throw some things and basically get more dice on the field and get creature advantage before I start taking out the mage. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. It'll be an interesting one. Alright, now that we have solved that problem, we shall continue right along. We're going to go ahead and pass the first quick. And, yeah, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to go right up here. And we're going to leave the barracks back where we came from to give as much separation as possible between us and him. I think that's a good plan. And we're probably going to end up putting the construction yard over down here in this corner, because it has to be at least one away, more than one away from the barracks, and don't want it here because I want to put the garrison posts in the middle and try to take over the board. So we'll see how this goes. You can tell the difference between the two warlords. I have mine powered up with the alternate art, and his is the plain art, which honestly I think looks really cool as well. I think it's almost better than the alternate art in my opinion, but it's still pretty cool. And he's going to mana flower. Interesting difference here. So I'm going to go ahead and do the construction yard at the bottom. I got this opening from our good friend Puddinhead of our channel here, and we'll see what he does. One of the things that I'm most hesitant about this opening is it leaves me really vulnerable turn 2 because I have 0 mana right now, and I'm only going to have 9 and 2 on the barracks. So I'm still playing with the when do I cast the first creature? Do I do it right away? Or do I wait until I have a signet out, a cape out, etc.? And so I think what I'm going to do is think about that and make a decision here between turns while we wait for Keejchen's quick cast. He's going to go the Mana Flower Battle Forge route, and I'm going to guess that we're going to start getting some pressure on us pretty early based on where he put that. So yeah, we'll see how it goes in a second. Alright, so this turn I decided that we're not going to cast off of the barracks. What we are going to do is cast a Signet Ring and a Garrison Post, which will cost us a total of 6 mana because of our discount, or our extra mana from the construction yard. And then we will save a little bit of mana for the next turn and see what he does with his turn and kind of cast a creature to react to it. You know what I mean? Anyway, so he's going to go, ooh, that's something I wasn't expecting. Staff of Storms, so that tells us he's probably going to start throwing some lightning at some point. And he moved the reforging. Interesting. Okay. Was not sure I was going to ever dissolve that thing anyway, but maybe he'll give me a reason to. Yeah. Interesting already. Okay. His is very, very much different than I was expecting. And mine is very much plain and pretty much follows the normal formula. At least so far, it's not doing anything groundbreaking. Alright, he's going to go ahead and move in and enchant himself, it looks like. Whereas, I will go ahead, I'm going to quick cast the Garrison Posts here, and actually move back into the same zone with our guys over here to be a little on the defensive side. Because, as I mentioned earlier, we're still quite a bit vulnerable in the early game. And so we're trying to get out of position to take a boulder to the face, or a lightning bolt maybe in this case to the face, without being prepared for it. So we're going to move away from the lightning bolt potential, make him use a thunderbolt instead if he has to, or if he has one, and hopefully that'll help a little bit. If he does start throwing lightning, interestingly enough, the Wall of Earth could become our friend because of its lightning immunity. Ooh, okay, so he's going to add another mana flower and increase his channeling even further. So we actually run similar economies in the fact that I have a barracks and a construction yard. He's got a forge and 2 flowers. So from an economy standpoint, it's relatively even. We'll see where this goes. Alright, so this turn we've decided to bring out a Dwarf Panzer Guard. He's only going to cost us 5 mana due to all of the extra mana we have flowing for us right now. I'm going to bring in Press the Attack, and I'm also going to bring in Brace Yourself. So, moving right along to the deployment, we're going to go ahead and deploy him up front. He's going to be the first line of defense in general against any kind of aggression that the enemy mage might throw at us. And so, I want him to be closer to the front lines to help defend for when I start getting more of these dwarf guys out, or the orc butchers, or slingers I can put in the back. Either way, I want to have some presence up front on the board so that he can't just ignore it. And we'll see if he wants to deploy. Oh, going with the Champions Gauntlets already. Alright. So, we're going to skip the first quick cast. I think the most important spell of the 2 that I have today is going to be the... Ooh, there's a Ballista. Okay. Interesting. Interesting timing on that. Yeah, so I was planning to move down here to try to draw his mage there, but I might just move here and put a wall next turn. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and move here. We're going to toss a Brace Yourself on to me, just in case, and start building up a bit of a presence here, and that'll be the end of our actions phase. And then during the final quick cast, we'll go ahead and put Press the Attack onto the Panzer Guard, because hopefully he'll be able to help press the attack with some buddies coming out of the garrison post here shortly, or the barracks, I guess, at this point. And the thing is, I was actually thinking about putting a Ballista out as well to help take care of the Battle Forge. I have an inherent minor advantage for that due to the construction yard's mana, but it's not a huge advantage at the moment. Plus, we're running out of zone exclusive board space. Board real estate is hard to come by right now. Alright, and he enchants his own mage, and that's it for the turn. So we're going to go ahead and do our original plan here, cast that onto the dwarf, and then we'll cycle turn. Alright, so this turn we're going to cast an Orc Butcher from the barracks. We'll follow that up with an Earth Wall in the first quick cast to prevent the Ballista from hitting the barracks. And then we will bring a Standard Bearer to possibly cast onto the dwarf, although I might just go punch something. It depends on how the turn plays out at that point. So, we're going to go ahead and see what he deploys. He's going to bring out a Lightning Ring. That's really interesting. Alright, so the Orc Butcher comes out, and we're going to put him in the same zone up front. And we'll see what we get on the quick cast. He's not going to quick. I will take this opportunity to block my barracks. And if he would like to shoot the Wall of Earth, I think I'm okay with that. Because it's, again, not my barracks being hit. So, we'll see how this goes. I may end up revealing this Press the Attack and attacking the dwarf or his forge. I haven't really decided on that one yet. There's an Elemental Wand. And he's going to probably add the mana rune, which I'm trying to remember the name of. Rune of Power, yes, he did. So he's going to add that to it. And he's going to come out with a probably lightning spell of some kind. I'm going to guess it's Arc Lightning based on the fact that he has a defense. He's going to go ahead and use both of his Staff of Storms tokens, so that tells me it's definitely a lightning spell. He's asking if I have a reveal. I do not. And it's probably going to end up being an Arc Lightning, like we were thinking earlier, for 6 dice because of the 2 bonus there. And yep, there it is, unavoidable. He's got 3 armor, so I feel pretty good about that. Though he rolls, whoa, 8 dice. I don't know where he got 8 dice from. Interesting. Did I not count right? Let's see, 4 onto the Panzer Guard. Let me double check the math on that. So there's 2 dice from the Staff of Storms. There's 3 dice here, makes it 5. This would make it 6. Oh, he's lightning. Duh. Lightning plus 2. Wow. I'm on top of it, guys. It's okay. So, in light of that, oh, he's going to shoot something with the ballista. And we'll see if he starts to shoot the Panzer Guard or not. Call that a resounding maybe. Okay, he's going to shoot the Panzer Guard. I will probably, no, there's no probably. I will attempt a defense on this and hope for the best. Rolls a 1, and he rolls 5 blanks. Ow. Man, those dice are not being kind. That is quite unfortunate. Man, that is ridiculous. So in light of that, why don't we go ahead and do this? We're gonna spend the 1, but we're gonna go ahead and guard for now. I'm spending the 1 so that I can, because you can only activate formations before or after on your priority as the soldier who has it attached activates, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And I'm actually going to go ahead and follow up. We're going to run right across here, actually, because I might be able to set up a garrison post down here. It won't help our mana generation, but it could help some of the positioning battle that we're trying to win here. And it gives me a chance to save some mana, which I don't mind. And I can probably use that mana to put out our own ballista out of range of his, and continue to build up our board presence here in the middle. Alright, so this turn, we're going to go ahead and deploy another Panzer Guard, even though I'm realizing it may be a bad idea because of lightning. But then we're going to bring a Seeking Dispel and a Standard Bearer to put on the new Panzer Guard as well. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So we're going to deploy our next Panzer Guard up on the front lines here. And I think before the next ballista gets a chance, I might wall that off as well. That's just thinking out loud here. So he deploys a Harsh Forge Plate, which takes up most of his mana. He's also still able to afford an Arc Lightning, though. And he adds the Rune of Fortification to it, so he has 3 armor. I'm thinking it's still good to go ahead and move in and start pressing the attack. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just that. Prior to getting Art Lightninged, I'm going to go ahead and move in and take a shot at the dwarf. Oh, darn it. I'm quick cast. Oops. Don't mind me. Hee hee hee. So I jumped the gun, my bad on that one. We're going to do that and skip the first quick cast phase altogether. Yeah, so I think we're going to stick with that. The dwarf did 4 damage, rolled really high, 5 normal and 2 critical. And so we're going to go ahead and let him do his turn now since we jumped that gun a little bit. And the reason we moved him in is so that we can, just in case he decides to try to stun the dwarf, press the attack is in the same zone with the warlord, so he either has to move or, you know, he had to force him to react to it at this point. We'll see if that's actually good, aside from just in theory. And it appears he's going to go ahead and move in guard. And so I'll see if I can knock down his Battle Forge. Yeah. Oh. He's not going to move in guard. He's going to go ahead and move into the other zone and attack the Orc Butcher, which means I get to attack him. I probably should have, you know, Seeking Dispel already, but whoo, he rolls max damage. That makes up a little bit, not completely, but a little bit for that really crappy ballista roll he had earlier. And so he says he's done. I'm going to go ahead and I don't have enough mana to both cast and reveal that. So I'm going to go ahead and actually Seeking Dispel one of his. We'll take the first one. And I'll try to type that because it's hard to tell. Oh, he got it. So I got his Akira's Favor, which is good. That make him handy later on. And then I'm going to go ahead and just attack him with my orc with a meat cleaver. We'll get 2 damage through here, and that will be it for that one, although he doesn't have any more actions, so I think it's actually just me here. I'm thinking it might just be best to move in and punch him to start putting some damage onto him. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. Basic melee. Dwarf punching dwarf. I rolled 4 normal damage. It looks like that means 1 will get through, unless he has something to reveal. Yeah, 1 got through. Okay. So, that's a thing. And now that he's in my zone, I think next turn might be time to bring out a Kriegshammer and arouse the beast. That way there I can do an overhead smash kind of out of nowhere. And we'll see how that goes. So, yeah, we're just planning for the future. He's going to go ahead and quick cast. He will, again, probably just Arc Lightning. Yeah, 4 mana, yep. He will do 7 dice this time because he has 1 less token to use. And the dwarf is lightning +2, 6 critical damage. Ouch. That's really unfortunate. He's still rolling really low on the effect die, so none of it's mattering, even with the +2. But that dwarf is, let's just say he's not feeling too good, yeah? Alright. Alright, so this turn we're going to go ahead and do the Knight of the Red Helm instead. And then I'm going to bring a Wall of Earth to, again, wall off the Ballista. And then I'm going to bring a Helm of Command and try something I haven't tried before. And that is either, flank attack, actually. Because he's surrounded by my guys, I'm going to see if I can get some extra piercing and melee from abusing what they do. This is an experiment more than it is anything, so I don't know how well it's going to go. But I think it's worth a try. So, oops. We're going to go ahead and let him do his deployment first. He goes ahead and does the Falds. I'm going to go ahead and do the Knight of the Red Helm right here. And we're on the first quick cast. This time I remember it's the quick cast. I think he's probably going to wait on the quick cast to see if he can get the Ballista to kill my Panzer Guard. But due to the wall, I'm going to make him use his mana to do it instead. So we'll see how this goes. Yep, that's what I expected. So we're going to go ahead and do our Wall of Earth for merely 3 mana. Right there. And we will allow him to make his first, I guess, choice as to what to do. My guess is that this guy will catch a lightning attack of some kind, probably the Arc Lightning here. And then he will probably try to find a way to kill the Orc Butcher as well. That would be my expectation. But I could always be wrong. So he's going to go ahead and spend the quick, spend quick guys. There's a word, spend. Yep, that's going to happen. It's going to be the Arc Lightning. Probably going to take stuff from the Staff of Storms. One of these days I'll have to automate the Staff of Storms. I just haven't gotten a chance to do it yet. It's been a busy week. Let's just put it that way. Ooh, he's reconsidering. Looks like he's just going to cast the Arc Lightning without adding more to it. He doesn't really need to. He does roll 6 dice, and he does do enough damage to kill him. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that to make sure he doesn't take the enchantment with him. When I say yes, he has been destructed. So I'm going to take this back to my spellbook. Press the attacker. And formations in general, go back to your spellbook after you use them. And so I expect a shot into one of the Walls of Earth, probably this Wall of Earth. Oh, or he's going to go for that one. Okay, I was wrong. And if he does get a good roll, I could see his mage moving up to attack it as well. But his roll was, man, that Ballista's been doing almost nothing. That was only 3 damage on 5 dice that time. And so he's going to spend his action marker and move away the opposite direction. Excuse me. Nope. He's going to move into his Battleforge zone and guard. I'm going to go ahead and follow along with the Panzer Guard here. He's going to roll 3 dice with a Warhammer. And we're really just hoping for crits at this point, which he got 2. That's good. Let me check the range on that. Okay, so I need to be within 2. No big on that. There should be a counter strike coming. There it is. We're going to attempt to roll the defense anyway. No defense because he needs a 9 up. Wow, that dwarf's angry. 2 damage we'll get through. It's not as bad as I thought, but the dice were much better than his ballista roll. Poor guy. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and move the Orc Butcher in and do the same thing. Again, we're hoping for more crits at this point. So we have a Meat Cleaver. He's going to swing a Meat Cleaver at him. And we got 1 crit through. We are also not rolling... Well, we're not rolling as poor as the ballista shot originally. We're not rolling great either. But we have been able to put 10 dice of damage onto Keejchen here, which I'm pretty happy with. And so I'm just going to stay back here and cast the Helm of Command. And on the Helm of Command, I will attach... Oh, I need to pay 1 more mana for the Power Rune, as soon as I figure out which one it is. And I will attach Flank Attack to it, because I always find myself needing only a quick 2 mana spell. And if I can end up casting that, or if he ends up spending an action to dissolve it, I think either way I'm okay with that. And so next turn, the plan is probably going to look something like get a ranged attacker out, probably the Anvil Thrown Crossbowman here, and start taking pot shots with piercing at the dwarf. This turn we're going to follow through with the Anvil Thrown Crossbowman. I brought Arouse the Beast just in case I planned to shoot him with it. I also brought Press the Attack in case I decide to go that route. I really haven't decided, and we also have the Flank Attack option as well. So, one of the things I need to learn with this book is how to manage the mana a little bit better. I keep running really low on the mana. I think I need some smaller intermediate creatures that cost less mana than these big guys that, while awesome, are draining all of my mana every turn. It's tough to save up. And that's not always bad, it's just sometimes tough to make work. So, alright, we're going to go and skip the first quick cast and see what happens. He's got 10 mana. What would he like to do with 10 mana? He's not going to do anything. Okay, so we are going to go ahead, interestingly, and attack with the Panzerguard. And the reason for that is I'm trying to put some damage on him to try to trigger the flank attack. That'll give this guy 7 dice piercing 2. If we get the... Oh, we got our critical. Okay. So we got our 1 damage onto him. And let's see if he stays in place. Oh, done. Oh, he's going to go ahead and move. Okay. So that means we probably won't get to do our flank attack. Oh, well, we still might. We can actually do that with the Orc Butcher. Well, now he's got his own hill. I was going to do the hill thing too eventually. He's going to cast a lot of dice now. Probably kill the Orc Butcher. Oh, he's going to attack the Panzerguard. Okay. So I think, honestly, in the long run, what I could do now is focus on this Battleforge, knock it down, and play the longer game, because something might be bugging for range calc. Oh, yeah, he's trying to throw an attack, but he only has 2 mana left. Must have miscalced on that one. That or something. Anyway, yeah, so I think we can win the long game just by getting a bigger board presence than he has right now. So it might just make more sense to knock over the Battleforge. Oh, he's going to not cast the Steep Hill. Hooray! Maybe we get to completely undo everything we just talked about. Maybe he'll stay where he is, which would be really nice. Nice for us, at least. Because then we still get to go hit him with the Knight of Red Helm, which I would prefer, because I like hitting people with big attacks. Clearly I'm biased though. I'd like to hit him with a big attack, although if he really wants to just dissolve that, that's fine too. So he casts Crumble, he'll have to spend all 4 mana. Which isn't a big deal. So we still have the press the attack and arouse the beast, which we can do. We didn't lose much because it's flank attack. It's never been used. I still have 1 more in the book. It was just seemed like a cool idea and cool way to spend 2 mana. And so now he's going to go ahead and do this whole Arc Lightning the dwarf guy again, though he needs to make sure he adds his 2 ranged back. Unfortunately, that's a weakness I hadn't really counted upon, because almost all of these guys have lightning +2, so that's going to be a bit rough. But I think we can make do here. Damn, his attack roll was pretty good. His effect roll was really bad. And it's been the 3rd attack in a row, I think, where he hasn't gotten anything on a lightning +2. That's got to be statistically unlikely. And now the question becomes, do we want to rouse the beast, or do we want to press the attack? And I think we want to rouse the beast, actually. And the reason for that is we'll get 3 dice with piercing 2 as opposed to just 2 more dice with a reroll. We wouldn't really have enough mana for the reroll anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and do rouse the beast. That's going to cost us 3. And he's going to take a shot at the dwarf. Piercing 2 is nice because he has 4 armor on, so it'd be nice to get through that armor. There we go. He rolls 5 damage. Wow, that's an angry dwarf. Oh, he's got to brace yourself on, so the 1 will get through, but we are triggering your brace, which is nice, and it doesn't really change how we've been operating, which is rolling for crits anyway. We will have to find a way to deal with his tankiness shortly, but I think I might end up saving up for a gear up here shortly. I don't remember if I made the strongest marker again or not. Let's find out. Nope, did not. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and give him some melee, because we're going to go attack the strongest creature on the enemy side. 5 dice from the Warhammer. And again, we're just mostly hoping for crits at this point. We did end up getting 2 more. We're going to follow that up with an Orc Butcher, doing the exact same thing. Go in and hit things with a Meat Cleaver. 3 crits on that one. Yay! And then my mage will go ahead and move in, and we're going to go dwarf punching as well. And just try to throw more dice than he can handle. It's not an easy thing to do, because he can handle a lot of dice. And I got 1 crit. All right. No other damage. So we put him up to, it's going to be 16 because of his regen 2. But I'm feeling better about that position than what I wouldn't otherwise. I'm thinking a Ballista may appear as well. I got to find a way to keep him from running too far away as well. There's a lot of things to consider, and I have very little mana. It's going to be an interesting couple turns here. So I'll have to think about that in the between phases. So this turn we're going to go ahead and do the whole Goblin Slinger thing, because I totally talked about that earlier. It's a joke I didn't. We're going to plan a Ballista, and we're going to plan a Force Push, just in case he tries to run away. I'm not really sure exactly what to do at this point. I don't really have a whole lot of the intuition I have normally, because this is a very new book and a very different style mage than I've been playing. So I'm kind of building up lessons learned here as we go. And so we're going to go ahead and summon the Goblin Slinger. And if he decides to go ahead and do his whole runaway and put a hill thing, we have our Force Push for that specific circumstance. And he's done with the quick cast. I too shall be done with the quick cast. At the very least, if he runs hills and puts the boots on, I can push one of my guys up a hill or cast the Ballista. I'm not really sure which one I would do. Okay, so he's going to go ahead and run. Ooh, Pillar of Righteous Flame. Interesting choice. good news is that Force Push will definitely help us out a lot. Woo! Angry Flame. 5 damage out of the 8 it takes to kill the Embleton Crossbowman. Now, granted, that also cost him 9 mana to do, which I'm okay with. We'll see if he decides to quick cast or not, or even use his Ballista. Yep. Okay, so he's going to go ahead and do the Arc Lightning thing as well. I think that makes sense. Oh, is he trying to roll more dice? Yeah, he is. Okay, so he's going to do the Arc Lightning thing. He's spending a lot of mana to kill a guy that I paid 7 for. So I think I'm okay with this trade. I'm just going to go ahead and push him back into my zone and beat on him to death, and holy crap. He should have led with that. He did 10 damage, killed him in one shot, even though he only had like 3 health left. Hey, living to learn, right? And now he's going to put a Ballista onto the Wall of Earth. All of this I think I'm okay with. 5 will knock over the Wall of Earth so that 2 turns from now he can take a shot at the barracks. Yeah, it kind of sucks, but let's see. Wall of Earth, that means this thing gets 1 mana. Now we're going to go ahead and just bring him back right here. I don't really want to be in that pillar, and this poor goblin's going to get hit by the pillar, but frankly I'd rather him than me. So we're going to go ahead and lead with him. We're going to do the Warhammer. 2 crits, we'll take that. That's better than 0. Follow it up, maybe. There we go. With the Dwarf Panzer Guard. 3 more dice. Come on, get all crits. You know you want to. No, or none. That's fine too, I guess. The Butcher is going to do the same. Yeah, I need to find a way to deal with his armor better. I have not done a very good job yet. 2 more crits. That offsets at least the regen. And I think it's time for us to go dwarf punching again. Let's punch the dwarf. Beat up on the dwarf. And we'll do 2 ourselves as well. Alright. So, that's it for the turn. And next turn I'm thinking on an Acid Ball wand, maybe? May not be a bad idea. I haven't figured out how I'm going to mana this out yet because I'm still low on mana. And it's been something that's been a problem for me the entire game. So it's something I'll have to come up with on how to fix that. But I've got some time still. This was not an easy decision this turn, but I'm going to bring a Ballista because we have 4 mana on our construction yard, so it's going to be cheap. I'm going to bring a Teleport for if and or when the enemy mage runs away. And I'm going to deploy an Orc Butcher up in the danger zone because he's cheap and I need him in the field, or in the fight, excuse me. So this can get really interesting really quickly. And I'm going to go ahead and deploy the Orc up there. Summoning doesn't trigger the pillar, at least not to my knowledge, so we're going to go ahead and continue on. And the first action I think I'm going to do is go ahead and shoot with the Slinger, so that way there I get something out of him unless he gets zapped. So we'll see on that one. But the plan is to attack with the Slinger first, followed up by the Knight of the Red Helm, and I want to make sure I get my big dice guys in there. More chances to roll crits, the better. And since he's at range and he's going to die, I might as well use him. Stone Sling for 3 dice. And we got 2 critical damage. Alright. Good job, Slinger. You did your job. You ate an attack. You hit for 2 dice. I'm okay with this. Alright, so the teleport idea isn't going to work, but that's okay. We're all going to run in there and do it anyway. He's going to get his money's worth from that. Probably should have brought the, what am I thinking of? The, press the attack, but that's okay. That's okay. Oh, he's probably going to kill a Dwarf Panther Guard here, but also okay. Eventually, we will get him. I still haven't figured out how to deal with his armor very well yet. Whew! Lots of damage on that one. That dwarf is dead. Fried. He's finally starting to roll stuns too, like on the rolls that he doesn't need. Oh, this is about to be effing terrible. But we're gonna do it anyway. Yeah. I think that's the best call. Do it anyway. He's got 3 armor. He shouldn't die. I don't think, I mean, unless it rolls max damage crits everywhere, but... And a burn is fine. That doesn't prevent me from hitting him in the face. So I'm going to try to hit him in the face with a Warhammer and hopefully roll a ton of crits, because crits are good for me. That wasn't a lot of crits. In fact, that was only 1, but that's okay. Butcher is going to do the same and hope not to die. I still think this is the right call, but it's not an easy call to make. Oh good, he didn't die. But he did get dazed, that's unfortunate. We're going to hope he gets through it and rolls crits anyway. There's a lot of hoping going on here, but the daze got him. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do this anyway. Come on. Hit me. Hit me. I'm tough, so I have less chance to get burnt. Hooray, no burn. I'm not going to reveal anything. 2 damage given to me, whereas I go punch him, and we'll see how much damage we can give to him. Come on. Lots of damage. You can do it. I believe in you, buddy. Or, you know, none. That's fine, too. That didn't go so well. But I guess the bright side is we can go ahead, well, we should pass our phase first, and then we should final quick cast our ballista here. Alright, hopefully that will do a little bit more damage next turn, and we can start acid ball wanding the armor off of him so that we can do some more damage with everybody. Yay! Alright, so for those who didn't see, the Pillar of Righteous Flame knocked out one of the butchers. I'm going to assume that the Knight of the Red Helm is the next target based on the amount of damage and how much damage he can do back. We're going to go ahead and bring out an Elemental Wand and Acid Ball, and we're going to bring out a Goblin Slinger as well. So, oh, we also have the Ballista, so hopefully at least we can get some spike damage onto him this turn. We're going to go ahead and pay for the Slinger and leave him back there, well in range of that awful Ballista over there instead. Hopefully he shoots the Slinger and not anything important. But that's just me. I'm going to guess it's going to go right into that guy's knee, so he can no longer be an adventurer. But that's okay. He's still cool. He's got a cool helmet on. Fat loots, bro. I crack myself up. At least I cracked somebody up. Yeah, so let's see what he does. Yep, that's going to go right where we expected it to go. Hopefully this time he gets to make up for some of the crappy rolls he's had. Yeah, there we go. So there goes that adventurer. His knee is now taken out. And so that means probably the Orc Butcher's the next one? I don't know. So he's going to go ahead and move away, which is good because it means I get to move away after him. Although, now that I think about it, he's going to put a... Oh, I figured a hill was coming. That makes sense based on the whole ballista to the knee thing, but that's okay. So yes, I'm definitely going to go ahead and do that acid ball, because that seems to be the best play. And then next turn we'll probably dissolve those boots. I think that might be the best way to do things. And it looks like we're having some bug issues. That's probably because I disconnected. So we're probably going to have to roll manually here, which is fine. It's just like playing Rio Mators, right? So he's going to roll 5 dice at my face. Whew! 1 whole damage, but he does get the stun, which sort of doesn't actually affect us. So we're going to do the 1 damage there. Alt S for stun, and We'll see if he's finished with his turn. Nope, I guess not. I'm gonna guess that's the hill, but I don't know why he wouldn't do the hill first. We'll see. He's debating on whether he uses quick cast, so he's not. So I'm gonna go ahead and move the Orc Butcher in there. We're gonna see if all attacks are broken or if it's just, yeah, okay. So we're gonna go ahead and roll 4 dice. We're gonna get 1 whole damage through. All right, sweet. And we're gonna then get rid of that. Do that. Do that. Do that. 0. And 2 attack dice. Wow, we rolled so poorly. That's okay. The only thing we wanted was a corrode. We didn't even get the corrode. Oh man, that's okay. Oh well. Yeah. So that's an interesting one. I'm not going to shoot the ballista because I'm going to try to dissolve those boots and move him and shoot him with the ballista afterward. But we'll see how that goes. What is that? That is a hurl rock. I don't know why he's using the promo. Promos are no good, guys. Don't use promos. Promos are bad. So he's going to roll 5 dice, 5 critical damage. I could use some 5 critical damage hits right now. That's alright, though. Alright, so next turn will be a Steadfast Boot Dissolve, because I have first quick cast. And we're going to follow that up with we have a teleport still. And once that's done, yeah, we'll try to hit him. Hopefully we'll get some actual damage onto him. Otherwise, this game is going to go south really quickly because I don't have a whole lot of options otherwise. Unfortunately, I haven't gotten the hang of the mana management with this one, so it's going to be an interesting time trying to recover from here. I think I lost a little bit too much position early on, and I didn't deal with the armor early enough. If I dealt with the armor early enough, I could probably have put him in a much higher damage position than he is now. That's okay, though. We'll cycle through the turn and figure it out. So I realized there's a slight problem with our Dissolve teleport scheme. I forgot to bring Dissolve. I built this thing earlier and totally forgot to bring Dissolve. So that's on me. We're going to instead do the whole Acid Ball Hurl Rock thing, because that's a common thing, right? Yeah, we're going to do that, I hope. And we'll see where that takes us instead. Because somebody was a noob and forgot to bring at least a Dissolve. That's alright, though. So that's going to be extra piercing if he does the whole free action. Or no, he didn't have to do a free action. Excuse me. So we're going to go ahead and do an Acid Ball, targeting the mage. Rolling 2 dice. Man, those effect rolls have been really awful for everyone today. I rolled a 1, did not get any of the crits I wanted, but I did get the crits I wanted. I did not get the corrodes that I wanted, which is kind of hilarious in its own right. I don't even know, man. I can't figure out how I'm going to do that. So ridiculous. It's all good though. It's all in good fun. Woo! He's gonna roll 8 damage and looks like a stun on. Oh, sorry, 7 damage and a stun on the Orc Butcher. That was a pretty good roll. Wow, yeah, and it only cost him 4 mana too. That was a good hit. So that was pretty unfortunate. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go ahead and go here. Oh, maybe I'm not. It's we're running into a little bit of lag here. Sorry, guys. Not sure what's causing the lag. That's okay. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and hurl a rock, and hope for. Obviously, we want 10 crits here because 10 crits is good. Instead, we get 2 crits, which isn't bad, and we actually end up getting the days even through the tough, though I'm thinking he's going to make me re-roll it from the folds. But that's okay, because I expect that. We'll see. Yep. And we'll roll a 12. Let's do this. 12. It happened. Oh no, I got lucky. Or the lucky rock. I mean, come on. That's alright though. One of these days we're gonna get corrode on him too, I swear. Unfortunately we can't get any damage we're gonna keep on him, but that's just a whole different story. And I didn't bring any weapons in this book. This book needs a lot more tuning than it's not ready for prime time even slightly, but it is it's an interesting book. It's not great, but it's fun. I'm having fun with this. I think I need to focus a little bit more on the creature support thing, and I think to do that I need somehow more mana. I'm not really sure how to do that, but I think I need something more than I have right now. Being that he's going to just sit there, I'm going to go ahead and take my best shot at his Battle Forge. Maybe. There we go. Giant Bolt. Pew pew. Hey, that was a good shot. It's 5 damage through. Unfortunately, it's 1 short of what I was hoping for, but I mean, I was getting greedy anyway. And then I'm going to go ahead and run him here to see if all of that will incentivize his mage to move away. It's probably not going to happen, but that's okay. We'll see what happens next turn. I have a feeling this game is getting away from us, and there's not a lot we can do about it, especially without some of the tools that you would normally bring in a book like this. So I think I have too many garrison posts as well. Some things to figure out for next time when we start cutting down on our cutting down on the spells we didn't use, or cutting fewer copies of spells that we did use. Alright, this will probably end up being one of the last turns. We're going to go ahead and do a Krieg's Hammer to try to stabilize some of the board position we're losing. We're going to bring a Surging Wave in case he knocks out the Acid Ball Wand, and then we'll bring Critical Strike for a similar reason. Maybe we'll get to use it. Yeah, I'm just kind of hoping that we get lucky here at this point. So he's not going to deploy. I will go ahead and deploy. So he's going to come up here, and he's not going to cost me all that much. We'll see if he decides to nuke the wand in the first quick cast or not. I'm assuming it's going to get nuked, but just in case. Oh, nope, there's an Arc Lightning coming. So he's going to try for the stun, although it's tough to stun a tough dwarf, luckily. So he's going to roll 5 dice. Yep, 5 dice, get all crits, of course. Man, I could use 7 crits right now. Can I please have them instead? So that's 20 damage, and he rolled a 10 on the effect, which means I get a daze. Alright. Although, wait, Staff of Storms helps. Additional 1. I think that still makes it... Oh, that makes it 11. Let me double check. Yep, looks like it was a stun. I don't know that that hurts us too bad, because we can just do the whole use our action to do nothing and then possibly hit him with the wand thing. Kind of making this up as I go along. Well, let's see. What do we want to do? This is where it gets weird. I only have that, so why don't we go ahead and use the orc to get away the interceptor with the meat cleaver. Defense fails. Butcher rolls 3 crits. Hooray! And the dwarf will hit back with his warhammer. Hopefully he rolls like 1 normal. Come on, 1 normal. Dice help me out, bro. Please. Or, you know, kill him. That's fine too. Alright. The dice swung back from the rolling blanks on ballistas to doing loads of damage in the end game, which is probably fair considering how poorly he rolled in the beginning of the game. But yeah, it's unfortunate for us, but we should have killed him well before we ever came to this. Okay, so he's going to go ahead and crumble the wand. I really don't like crumble versus dissolve. I hate using my full action for that. It really doesn't ever seem worth it. In this case, it may have, but I haven't done anything with corrodes anyway, so I'm not sure it was. And seeing as I forgot all of my dissolves, I can't really help it. Jeez, that ballista, man. That ballista gunner needs to be fired. He's been rolling so bad with it, and there's not a lot he could do about it either. It just kind of happens, you know. So, and now we find ourselves in an interesting. Now we're just messing around. So yeah, we find ourselves in an interesting position here. Whereas I really don't know what to do. I don't think anything I do is going to make it, barring a miraculous critical streak here. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of the stun. And do we want to spend the mana? I don't think we want to spend the mana. What we will do is put that there, because that's, you know, we're going to go with that. That's the mana we want to spend. Maybe the piercing will help. And then we're going to take a shot here. Oh, that's right. Scripts are broken. So we're going to roll 3 dice and all crits. Come on. Woo, 3 crits. I'll take that. No complaints on that one. What I would do for a Mage Bane or a Poison Blood right now. I'm out of my element. That's okay. He's still really close to dead. He's clearly not dead yet, and he's clearly got a lot of, you know, he's got a lot of damage on him. I think he's still in the clear in terms of being able to survive and win this, and he's rolling crits, so my brace yourself really hasn't been useful at all. But, you know, that's okay. It's one of those, we gotta see where this takes us, but this ballista play is turning into a big mistake here because it's all over out of the way, and you know, it's not useful out here, so and I don't have a way to dissolve his boots and move him around, nor do I have a way to dissolve the regrowth belt, so I'm fighting through a lot of extra damage I shouldn't have to in a normal or in a future game that I would hope to win. So lessons learned for this one, but we may just get lucky enough to roll some dice and get, you know, more damage than we had. I'm going to try to lesser teleport the Krieg's Hammer in, and then reveal the critical strike, and hopefully that at least does a lot of damage. And if he rolls really, really well, maybe I'll just get lucky. But that's probably our only real option at this point. So we'll see how it goes. All right, so we're going to go ahead and bring out the Alchemist that we should have brought out, oh, I don't know, hours ago. We're going to keep a Surging Wave just in case the Panzer Guard gets in the way, and I'm going to bring a Lesser Teleport to bring in the Krieg's Hammer. And now that I'm thinking about it, the math won't work out with the Surging Wave probably, so hopefully we won't have to use it. But that's okay. This is another live and learn moment where we have 7 remaining mana and we want to spend 3 here and 2 here. So, yeah, that's okay. We'll figure it out. He'll probably cast, I would expect a Defend to come here and hit the Dwarf Panzer Guard with Defend. Or maybe that's where it's going to come from, is the Helm of Command. But that's okay. So, worst case scenario, we could just Surging Wave him out of the way, or, you know, slam him, and then no Lesser Teleport. Well, we would miss out on the critical strike, though. Maybe I'll just punch him instead. So, we're going to go ahead and pass the first quick cast and stop debating all of this stuff. Ooh. Ah, he's going to bring the hill. Okay, so he doesn't feel like he needs to defend. Perfect, because we're going to go ahead and do the Lesser Teleport thing. So we're going to do the Lesser Teleport thing. Bring him closer. Reveal the critical strike. And we're going to lay down the smack. Hopefully we roll like a god. Because if we roll Damn it. No god roll today. Oh well. Looks like 3 damage will go through. Damn. We were hoping to roll like gods and we rolled like men. But that's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and re-roll the effect. Roll a 6. That does not get the days. However, he should be at 27 instead of 3 because he did what I do sometimes and type in the increment and not the actual number. I've done that. And yeah, so our big Hail Mary here decided to fall a little on the short side. And it's a short joke because we're dwarves. Okay, I'll stop, I promise. Oh man. So he's going to go ahead and do that. We're going to see if he wants to intercept. Yep, he will intercept. And I believe he's going to go ahead and roll defense. Yep, no defense. And we're going to follow up with 3 dice, maybe? 3 dice? 3, there it is. 3 dice, 4 crits, does 1 damage. It's something. All right. We did things, guys. Man, we are so close to breaking through with this Panzerguard, or excuse me, the Kriegshammer. Now, if only he would, you know, roll like a god, roll better than you think you can, buddy. Just do it. Oh man, it's all good. It's been a long time coming. Going to enchant himself with something. Possibly a glancing blow? I don't know. I'm kind of making that up. So we're going to go ahead and punch the dwarf anyway. Oh, right. Yeah, things are broken. And we're going to roll 3 dice. And we get 1 critical. Inching closer. Slowly. Slowly. So at the end of this turn, he'll be at 26. I will still be at 20. Somehow I'm not dead yet. So yeah, we're going to bring back the Surging Wave to try to move sorry, move is the wrong word, but to slam this dwarf later. By later, I mean next turn. And hopefully get a god roll from our Kriegshammer who has yet to god roll. That's okay, though. I still think if we just keep throwing more dice, eventually it'll work, but it's a matter of whether we survive long enough for that to actually pan out. And I'm not confident that that'll happen, especially with that Arc Lightning building, or with the Staff of Storms and the Arc Lightning building up. So, yeah, really interesting game still, though. I like how this is playing out and how they're very different books, but I got some practicing to do with this one. All right, this turn we're not going to deploy anything because we're running low on creatures anyway. We're going to bring the Surging Wave for the Dwarf Panzerguard, and we're also going to bring a Press the Attack on the off chance we get to use it. I'll call that a resounding maybe at this point, but it's not likely. He's asking if he has 4 on the forge. Honestly, I have no idea. Probably didn't catch the helm last turn. All right. Anyway, so neither of us are gonna deploy. He will get the first quick cast, and I'm still expecting a defend to come out of this helm here. It wouldn't surprise me at the very least, because it's something I would do, and I think it's a good play. So, not that everything I would do is a good play. It just that seems like in my experience, a good play. And funny story, I didn't bring defend to do that with my helm, so I need to go back and reevaluate. Reevaluate the book again. I think I have some spells in here that I'm trying too hard to make some spells work that I'm not going to ever use. So I have like a sniper shot, and the idea behind that was to do the same thing with the flank attack on the helm. But seeing as I didn't really protect myself with it anyway, and I didn't use it very well, I got some tactics to work out. I have far too much equipment too for how much I'm using, which is just the ring. But I think I'm getting too cute with it. We'll see. I don't know if I like the construction yard opening. I think I'm going to go with the not construction yard opening next time, and we'll see how it goes. I assume there's a large arc lightning attack happening now to the Kriegshammer, who has 3 armor, so hopefully that comes in handy here. We'll see, though. I'm not completely going to count it, because I really do think we only win this through a Hail Mary, but it would be really nice if he lived. Oh, I think he's actually trying to cast. He should just roll the dice. Yeah, I'll have to. This happens sometimes. These errors happen when you disconnect, and I disconnected earlier, briefly. And so if it's in the middle of a script running at the time and it stops it, it doesn't know how to restart with Octagon. So that's part of the problem. Let's see, is it 9? Is it 3 tokens? So 3, 5. So 2 tokens, so 5, 7, right? Unless I can't count, which is very possible. I could be missing something. Ah, lightning ring. I forgot lightning ring. So 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. No worries. I'm counting 8, but if he's counting 9, I'll roll with it for now and deal with... Ah, hill. That's why. So, yes, 9 is accurate. And he rolls really badly. 6 would still give him a daze. Oh, he's going to reveal it to Kira's favor. So I'm just going to wait. I assume there's some damage reroll coming. He may just outright kill him. He needs to get up to 9, so he needs to do a total of 7 damage. He will be doing, at the moment, 4 if he doesn't reroll. I don't see why he would be stunned. 2, 4. Oh, he's not tough, that's why. So it would add 4 to 6, so yes, he would be stunned. I think he should just go for the kill, my opinion. Reroll the damage. Regardless of whether he's stunned or not, I think he's just going to kill him on average. But then again, that might be why you don't do it, because you don't roll average. It looks like, let's see, 4 will go through, so he'll be up to 6. And that means he gets a stun here, which is unfortunate for us. This whole lightning weakness is really starting to make me question my decisions as to which creatures to bring. But that's okay. I should probably have been doing that well ahead of the book. Alright. 6 damage on the goblin. That was a good roll. That guy finally learned how to aim. Oh man, this is one of the longer episodes too. Anyway, he still has an action to do. There it is. There's the defense. So I think what we're going to end up doing, since he used his action to do so, I'm going to go ahead and Surging Wave him. 6 right here. And we're going to roll 3 dice. Yes, 3 dice. 3 dice, we get our slam. Because he's not. Yep. Okay, we got our slam. That's really all that matters. We get no damage, but we got our slam. And so he's no longer guarding. We're going to go ahead and throw the corrode. Corrosive stuff. So 3 dice more onto the warlord, and we get 8, which will be a corrode until he makes us reroll. So we get 4 damage. Wow, there's the crit hero, man. So we're going to get 4 damage and currently a corrode. We will probably have to reroll, but I will let him do the whole pointed out thing because it's kind of, I don't know if it's rude to rush him or not, but you know, I want to be polite here. So we actually end up getting the corrode. The goblins are heroes in this game. Holy crap. Yeah, those goblins, man, they have been doing absolute work. So this Hail Mary, this is all straight up Hail Mary worthy right now. We are, if we win this, we have gotten lucky, and it's not because of much else. I guess we could technically claim credit for putting enough dice on the board for it to work out, but I'm more willing to chalk this one up to a bit of luck. Whew, lightning bolt is gonna hurt. So 5, 6 from the hill, 7 dice from the lightning ring. Yeah. He already used his Staff of Storms, so he can't reuse it. Cool. 7 dice. Whoop, this is a good time for that. Brace yourself. It's just not letting me do that. There we go. Bugs, bugs, bugs. So we're going to take a total of 2 damage. 22. And he rolled a 9 on a lightning bolt. It is a stun, except we're tough, so it's a daze, I believe. Control D. And I'm going to check, make sure that's right. I think that's correct. Alright, and now we're going for our continued Hail Mary get lucky plan. And we're gonna throw 3 dice and roll 4 crits. Or 4 normal. One crit, or excuse me, 1 damage gets through 2 damage. No. Man, I'm getting excited over nothing. What do we got here? Should be 1 damage. Yes, because he has 4 armor. I can count. We're gonna remove that stun. And we're going to take a swipe ourselves at the dwarf. We're going to roll our effect. Hey, we got lucky. Let's roll 3 more dice. Oh my god, we got lucky. We got the 3 damage we needed. Woo! This is called Hail Mary, and it worked. Oh man, what a lucky play. I will take that. That was a heck of a game. That was an intense mirror match of very different styled dwarves. It's very cool to see. I really like the lightning dwarf. His dwarf and Enti actually plays a what do you call it? Jetstream, or one that likes to go around push people with Jetstream dwarf that does a lot of damage too. It's really cool to watch. I like watching different ones like that too. They're all really cool. And it's interesting, hilariously, from a personal note, because I play D&D with a guy who plays a Tempest cleric, who's also a dwarf, so this guy reminds me a lot of him. Oh, looks like he had Focus Strike on the helm. That's a great play. Unfortunately, he just didn't get to use it because he was guarding the whole time. Yeah, that was a heck of a game. Great game, Keejchen. Thanks for coming on the show, and hopefully we'll have you back soon. We may not have gotten to do it this game, but we did it last game, so keep in mind, everybody, when in doubt, kill it with fire.